Sellout, the major label feeding frenzy that swept punk, emo, and hardcore from 1994 to 2007 by Dan Ozzie. This book came across my feed on Goodreads, and I love punk and emo and metal and hardcore, all that stuff. So I was very excited to learn some history about some of the music that I love so much. The main bands that are described in here are Green Day, Jawbreaker, Jimmy Eat World, Blink-182, At the Drive-In, The Donnas, Thursday, The Distillers, My Chemical Romance, Rise Against, and Against Me. Some of these bands, even though I knew their music, I didn't know who they were. There are also mentions of Rush, I think Van Halen, the Ramones, and, oh goodness, what was the last one? Sugar Ray. So there was a lot of kind of nostalgia for me when it comes to the music scene. Just learning about some of my favorite bands. I mean, I listened to Green Day, Blink-182, and Jimmy Eat World, and My Chemical Romance, and Rise Against all the time. So I thoroughly enjoyed getting to actually know some of the history, and it was quite contentious at this time for punk bands specifically to sell out, because if you sold out to a major label, a lot of the times the punk kind of counterculture would revolt against you for selling out. Some of these bands are still, they're huge, they're mainstream. Green Day particularly is mainstream, I think, these days. But this goes into a lot of the history of, like, their struggles and adjusting to stardom, and it also talks about, like, the rise of the internet with spreading music, like Warped Tour, and the bands going to, like, the opposite side of the country where their CD distribution wasn't a thing, and they've got all these fans that know all the songs and know all the lyrics because the songs were being spread around on the internet. I really enjoyed this book personally when it comes to the way it was written. Some of the history for me, I mean, some of these bands, I feel like they've kind of just gone by the wayside these days. I definitely want to check them out, and then maybe I'll like the book a bit better, but overall it was 3 stars for me, because some of these bands I'd never heard of. As much as I love music, and as much as I love to dig deep and find unique things. Do you like punk music? Let me know in the comments.